Seated in the auditorium are family and friends who have in many different ways supported these candidates to reach the goal represented by this ceremony. And on the platform are the college faculty and staff who've motivated, encouraged, and inspired these students as they completed their coursework and their whole college experience. And before us are the candidates for graduation, who've become good friends, mentors, and colleagues, developing relationships that will serve them well as they move into the future together. We join then, as members of an extended support network, to celebrate our involvement with these candidates and to witness their accomplishment. That celebration now begins. Presiding over this commencement ceremony is the president of the Pennsylvania College of Technology, Dr. Davy Jane Gilmore.
Good afternoon. Thank you. On behalf of the Pennsylvania College of Technology, administration, faculty, and staff, it's my pleasure to welcome you to this fabulous Community Arts Center, and most importantly, to our commencement ceremonies for the spring class of 2016. The celebration today and this weekend falls on Friday the 13th weekend, but I'm really not worried about that. At Penn College, where we believe that students make their own luck, we put our stock in success, not superstition. And we know that hard work and talent, not back cats and broken mirrors, will decide who makes it in the real world. The ever-changing world can indeed be a frightening place, but this institution, now more than 100 years old, has historically provided a solid foundation for accomplishment and an inspiring weapon against fear and insecurity. This event is important to all of us here today because you are important to all of us. You have touched our lives, the lives of one another, in ways that none of us may yet fully grasp. Please know that your Penn College family joins you and your other relatives here today in rejoicing in your achievement. You are now part of a proud and comparably rare legacy, the society of educated women and men who will find that degrees that work can open doors. They will deliver opportunities, and they will bless you with security, respect, and happiness. We look forward to the contributions you will make in the days and the years to come. The future begins now. I invite you to sit back, get comfortable in these beautiful surroundings, and savor the sweetness of this memorable occasion. Now, this is when you would think I'm normally going to tell you to turn your cell phones off. This is, however, the Pennsylvania College of Technology. And so therefore, we don't turn our cell phones off, we turn them on. Let me take the first picture of the day. We expect to see your memories and your tender moments and your funny moments on #PCTGrad. So you can post throughout today's ceremony, and I want to see pictures. Thank you.
I'd like to now introduce Mr. Elliot Strickland, Chief Student Affairs Officer.
President Gilmore, Mr. Johnson, Provost Starkey, distinguished faculty and staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the May 2016 graduating class, it is my pleasure this afternoon to introduce your student commencement speaker, Anthony Goby. Though we don't know him as Anthony, we know him as Goby. If there is any doubt who is amongst the loudest and most passionate students on our campus, a few minutes with Goby will make that clear. As one of his nominators stated, Goby is the epitome of Penn College proud. For just a moment, let me rattle off some of what this young man has done in his time at Penn College. A presidential student ambassador, president and social chair of Phi Mu Delta fraternity, founder and leader of the Blue Crew, Penn College's Student Spirit Club, and a member of the men's lacrosse team. And through these leadership roles, he has contributed hours of community service to the campus community, including being one of the best fingernail painters during the Manicures event, which is a fundraiser for important causes. Get it? Manicures? Manicures? But what makes Gobi such an important member of our community is not just what he has done, it is how he has accomplished it. Throughout his multiple nominations for student speaker are words like passion, strong work ethic, genuine connection, positive, and loyalty. But lest you think that Gobi is just the center of attention of student life, you need to understand the focus and passion he has for his academics. As one nominator wrote, Anthony takes his studies seriously and works incredibly hard to make his dreams come true. This is, in fact, the case, as Gobi will join UNS services in Buffalo, New York, as an application engineer after graduation. However, I happen to think that one of Gobi's greatest accomplishments was getting the college store to carry Penn College bow ties. Provost Starkey and I are sporting ours today, and a thank you to Assistant Dean Webb out there for helping us tie it, because it's the first time we've both tied bow ties. You will also see Mr. Gobi's father wearing a bow tie, and as I learned last night, he's the original Gobi, so that's what I was told. I would also encourage you to look throughout the rest of the ceremony, as you will see other special bow ties appearing. In movies about college life, you sometimes see those individuals whose name lives on in myth well after their time. And I have no doubt that the name Gobi will live on at Penn College well after Anthony has left us. Today, Gobi graduates with a Bachelor of Science in Building Automation Technology after earning an Associate of Applied Science in Heating, Ventilation, and Air Conditioning Technology in 2015. It gives me great pleasure to introduce your 2016 student commencement speaker, Mr. Anthony David Gobi.
Wow, this is crazy. All right, before I get started, I'm going to pull Dr. Gilmore real quick, get a little picture. All right, another housekeeping item I have to take care of before we get started. Before we do get started, can my mom and dad please stand? I want to thank you both for everything you have done for me. And I love you guys so much. Stay standing. Now, if you are a parent or guardian of a graduate here today, will you please stand as well? My fellow graduates, please give them one more welcome and a round of applause for being such an amazing part of our lives. All right, now let's get down to business. Good afternoon. I would like to thank Mr. Strickland for that warm introduction, and on the behalf of the 2016 graduating class, I'd like to welcome all faculty, family, friends, alumni, and distinguished guests to the spring 2016 commencement of the Pennsylvania College of Technology. We did it. Yeah, I know I'm a sappy guy, but I want to acknowledge a few more people who have really impacted my life over these past 4 years. My family, especially my little brother and sister, advisors, professors, the brothers of Phi Mu Delta, and how could I forget the largest and most promising class from the Building Automation program. I have gotten to know all 38 of you over these past 2 years from all of Zimmerman's lectures, long labs, and of course, good old Kimball's. You all have truly made me a better man, and I thank you for that. Now, receiving a diploma is like your scorecard in golf. No one has any idea how we got here, but we did. We succeeded. And for the people who push us to our limits, we thank you, because you are the reason we want to succeed that much more. No matter what program you were in, we all had that one professor who pushed us further than we thought we could go. And I know many of you may not know him, but in the building automation program, most of us call that professor Woodling. He is a man of few words, and will make you so mad you'll leave class and either find yourself taking a break at Keystone or getting a drink at Kimball's. But he wasn't doing it to be mean or because he didn't think we couldn't do it. He did it for a good reason. He wanted us to learn, and he wanted us to try harder. The people in life who push us to our limits are the ones you'll remember, because when your boss shakes your hand and says, "Good work today," that's the person you're going to thank. So thank you, Mr. Woodling. Always remember, guys, to work hard. Now, for those of you that don't know this lovely lady up here, Dr. Gilmore, she really loves quotes. And I mean, she really, really loves quotes. So this past week, I heard a very well-known Arabic proverb, "Min jattar wajad wa min zara hasad," which means he who works hard will achieve his goals, and he who plants will harvest. What it's saying is that you must work hard in life to succeed and reach your goals. This really hit home to me as the Arabic culture is a huge part of my life, and thanks to my mom and aunt, it will continue to be for years to come. Life in general is about hard work and dedication, and I believe that this proverb is something we can all take with us upon graduation. As we part ways, I wish you all the best of luck, and wherever life takes you, work hard and you will succeed. May the force be with you all. Thank you.
I didn't really need to say anything, did I? No. Great job, Gobi. Added to our commencement honors for the first time last spring was the Volunteer of the Year Award presented to a graduate of Penn College or its predecessor institutions who has significantly given time or talent to the college and to our events and activities. It grew out of the pride and appreciation that we feel when our beloved alumni come back. They come back to such events as homecoming, career fairs, or inspiring mentors in the classroom to share their valuable work experience. And they do that with our current students and prospective students as well. This year's recipient is Van Johnson. He's a 1973 liberal arts graduate of the Williamsport Area Community College, who has maintained an active connection with this institution for 15 years and counting. You can find him as a fixture at our open house, both in the fall and spring, and he's helped greet students on Welcome Weekend as well. He's a member of our Alumni Relations Task Force, and his ongoing support for his alma mater is representative of the giving spirit that he demonstrates through all aspects of his life. Throughout his 35 years in public schools, as an educator and as an outpatient therapist, a volunteer, and an advocate for students with special needs, Van has inspired his coworkers as well as the dysfunctional and disadvantaged to topple the perceived impediments to their success. It is a journey that he himself has taken, and I quote, "I was told by many that I could never attend college, and that my desire to be a teacher was an impossible dream," end quote. He then went on to say, "Other students in my class laughed at me. They said I was a nobody, and I would always be just that. However, two terrific special education teachers believed in him and they saw something special. They worked with me to overcome my learning disability. That road and his life's purpose eventually led to the Williamsport Area Community College, and then on to a bachelor's degree in education, certification in special education, and a master's degree in elementary education, elementary guidance, and counseling. Trust us, Van, you are somebody. Somebody with a great deal of value and for whom we have a tremendous amount of respect. Please join me in congratulating Van Johnson, the recipient of the 2016 Volunteer of the Year Award. I'll hold this while you make your
Wow. I tell you, I was amazed how beautiful and magnificent this building is. And what can you say about this room? Just beautiful. I wish to thank Dr. Gilmore and Dr. Tammy Rich for this special recognition as Penn College Alumni Volunteer of the Year. I wasn't expecting that phone call from Tammy informing me that I was recommended for this award. I was that day, and still am, very honored to have been chosen by Penn College as its Alumni Volunteer of the Year. WAC, which is now Penn College, has always been so special in my life because it was here that I began my college career that eventually helped me to earn my teaching degrees. Again, I thank Dr. Gilmore and everyone, and I'll leave you with this short phrase, docere docendo, which means he who teaches learns. Thank you.
For 102 years, whether Penn College or our forerunner institutions, teaching has been at the heart of our mission and our success. Just as our students apply boundless curiosity and energy, our instructors and our professors provide peerless guidance and know-how. For their essential role in the educational give and take, members of our full-time faculty, chosen as inspiring exemplars in our laboratories and classrooms, are honored each May through the Distinguished Teaching Awards. During today's ceremony, 2 more faculty members will join the impressive ranks of those who have been selected since 1982. It doesn't always work, but we try to keep these as a mystery for as long as we can. So before I provide enough information to tell you who our superheroes are today, here are a few thinly disguised nuggets about today's initial honoree. Among those comments, and these are all quotes, he exudes a sense of enthusiasm with his teaching that I find to be contagious. The information he presents and the willingness he has to answer questions means that our class hasn't been so much of a lecture as it has been an ongoing discussion. He hasn't tried to curtail this, but instead, he's recognized the value of questions in a class. He maintains the outstanding ability to word his explanations and teaching in such an impartial and unbiased manner, which is important in his field. He is very well-spoken, clear and concise in his lectures, and does an excellent job of hearing and answering all students' questions. He has single-handedly generated in me a vested interest and curiosity into world events and a sense of civic awareness that I never thought I would develop. I have had few teachers that have matched his passion and skill, and I believe him to be the best teacher that I've ever had. Among the sidelights of this college education are equipping our students to become better citizens and challenging them through exposure to a larger world. And to that end, our first awardee frequently plans and facilitates roundtable discussions on current events, sometimes controversial and always fascinating. Faculty member since 2011, he holds a doctorate in history from the University of Buffalo, with specialties in Native American, Atlantic, constitutional, and legal history. It is my pleasure to present the 2016 Excellence in Teaching Award to Craig Miller, Assistant Professor of History and Political Science. You don't have to put your hat on.
This is a complete surprise. I had no idea this was going to happen. The pleasure is truly mine. Getting to work with all of you is the best part of my day. And I tell you guys this at the end of the semester, but it's true. I have to go into meetings, I have to do scheduling, and I get tense. And the minute I realize I have to go back into the classroom, everything's better. So my thanks is to you for making my job worthwhile. Thank you and congratulations.
He just figured out his family's here. Now on to the second of today's All-Star Teachers. Among the comments about this recipient, who was nominated by several current students, an alumna, a faculty colleague, and a school administrator. And these are all quotes as well. He holds the students to a high standard. He requires that students not just know the short answer, but that they are able to explain the process and show a full understanding of the concept. To obtain multiple perspectives, he encourages others to join in the brainstorming process when considering a new idea. Collaboratively, our class discussions and debates solutions. He is the professional, the adult that students aim to be when they leave here. He's not only an accomplished teacher, researcher, author, father, and mentor. He exhibits a voracious desire for lifelong learning and growth in his life that is infectious with his students. They see him as an example of how to be a professional, how to contribute to the world, and how to serve those around him. Like debris caught up in a tornado, they knowingly begin to expand their interests beyond the classroom and knowledge at hand. He absolutely goes out of his way to make sure he has up-to-date information and technology related to the class in order for his students to get the highest quality learning possible. He keeps things loose within the classroom with a sense of humor. It is never dry within the lecture or the lab. He's also aware of personal limitations and understands that he isn't going to be able to answer all the questions all the time. However, he's always willing to look for the answer with his resources and large network. He makes a point to get back to students and colleagues, and he is genuinely interested in what is occurring in our home lives and offers support in any way he can. In class, he's able to use this to motivate students to share and answer questions. I said a few minutes ago that the honorees today will join the ranks of their distinguished predecessors. I fibbed a little bit, as our next winner took home this same award in the year 2000. He holds a bachelor's degree in aerospace engineering and a master's and doctorate in polymer science. It is my pleasure to present our second 2016 Excellence in Teaching Award to Kirk M. Cantor, Professor of Plastics and Polymer Engineering.
Well, in the words of my predecessors, wow. This is truly an honor. I am humbly honored. Thank you, President Gilmore. Thank you to the selection committee. You know, no one gets this award without being surrounded by a tremendous team, people that really lift you up. I've been challenged, stretched, taught by my colleagues to be a better teacher, and I'm just so thankful for my colleagues. I had so many of them over the years, and the ones I have now are terrific. I wouldn't trade them for anything, especially my good friend Tim Weston. You, my students that are out there, you don't know how much you give back to me, but I really appreciate it. In fact, my job doesn't even feel like work most of the time. Sometimes it does. And our alumni, we just have fantastic alumni. I've had the privilege of teaching hundreds and hundreds of them that have taken the seeds that we plant and grow them into this amazing harvest. And it makes us look good, even though they deserve all the credit. And I'm so thankful to my wife, Patsy, my daughters, Kristen, Kaylee, Kelsey, and Shannon. You've loved me so much. You've encouraged me. You've supported me through this whole amazing career I've enjoyed. And I thank God for the blessings that He's bestowed upon me my entire life, not the least of which is this moment. And thank you, class of 2016. Congratulations to you. This is a tremendous accomplishment that you all have achieved. You know, I just appreciate you sharing this little moment with me. It's such an honor for me. You know, everybody who gets up here wants to give you advice, and sorry, but I'm no different. You know, you're all graduating to something, to perhaps the job in the field that you've chosen to study, perhaps a job in a different field, maybe to make a family and manage that family, or to further your education, or to be in service of some sort. You're going off to do work. All of that is your work. And unfortunately, it's very easy for us to put things out ahead of us somewhere in the future and say, that's going to make me happy. That's going to be my enjoyment when I get there, and kind of miss the ride along the way. And many, many years ago, a king named Solomon, he's been called the wisest person who ever lived, he said these words: "There's nothing better for a person than that he should eat and drink and find enjoyment in his work." And I just want to encourage you, don't put your joy out in the future, but enjoy the process along the way. Congratulations, class. Thanks very much.
Again, congratulations to Craig and to Kirk. Ladies and gentlemen, as many of you know, the legal corporate body of the Pennsylvania College of Technology is its board of directors. This is the body that, by our charter, is given final responsibility for the governance, welfare, and all other interests of the, pertaining to the college. Though some responsibilities are delegated, ultimate authority rests with the board. At this time, I'd like to call upon Mr. Steve Johnson, member of our board of directors, to authorize the conferring of degrees at this ceremony. Mr. Johnson.
Thank you very much, Dr. Starkey. This is a very special occasion for all of you. The degrees being awarded have come from hard work, from the guidance and wisdom of the faculty, and from strong support from your family and friends. On behalf of the Board of Directors, I extend to all of the graduates our congratulations and best wishes. And to all of the supporting family members, faculty, and friends, I extend our thanks for your support as well. Now I turn to my official duty. Dr. Gilmore, by virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Directors of the Pennsylvania College of Technology, I authorize you on behalf of the Board to confer on each of these candidates the degree earned as certified by the appropriate school dean.
Thank you.
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree please rise? Dr. Gilmore, upon the recommendation of the faculty, I'm pleased to inform you that these women and men have satisfactorily completed the requirements for the Bachelor of Science degree.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors of the Pennsylvania College of Technology, I do hereby confer upon you the Bachelor of Science degrees you have earned with all of the rights and privileges, and with congratulations from the Board of Directors, the faculty, and the administration. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Will the candidates for all associate degrees and certificates please rise? Dr. Gilmore, upon the recommendation of the faculty, I'm pleased to inform you that these men and women have satisfactorily completed the requirements for their respective associate degrees and certificates.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors of the Pennsylvania College of Technology, I do hereby confer upon you the associate degree and certificates that you have earned with all of the rights and privileges, and with congratulations from the Board of Directors, the faculty, and the administration. Congratulations. Now, if you'll remain standing, and would the baccalaureate graduates please rise? Gobi, would you join me over here? He made me promise to say Gobi. Ladies and gentlemen, you entered this theater a little bit ago as candidates for the certificates and degrees that you have earned. It was my honor to confer those degrees and certificates upon you. As a symbol of your entry into the world of educated women and men, I ask you to join me as I turn the graduation tassel of your class representative. This symbolizes that you are in fact now a graduate of the Pennsylvania College of Technology. You may be seated. As individuals and institutions, we all pass through clear stages of development, at points in time where we grow into new roles and new responsibilities. Today, Pennsylvania College of Technology will recognize individuals with academic honors. Outstanding academic achievement will be recognized for all students. The gold, silver, or white cords that they wear during this ceremony, white for honors, silver for high honors, and gold for highest honors, can identify these students for you. Blue cords signify academic achievement for certificate students. In addition, we are proud to recognize graduates who are members of Phi Theta Kappa. Their gold stoles and gold tassels can identify the students. We are also proud to recognize the graduates of the Alpha Chi Honor Society. White stoles will identify those students. We would now like to recognize our veterans, identified by red, white, and blue cords, who are graduating, including those who have served in active duty, as well as those currently serving in all branches of the military. Would our veterans please stand? if you remain standing while I'd like to tell you a little bit about these veterans. Our Penn College veterans are special to us. 2 of them have a Purple Heart, 3 of them have Bronze Stars, 44 of them have Iraq campaign medals, and 55 of them have Afghanistan campaign medals. We are very proud of our veterans. You may be seated. At this time, Dr. Carolyn Strickland, Vice President of Enrollment Management and Associate Provost, and the respective school representatives will present the candidates. This is the time you've been waiting for. You get to stand up, walk around, come get a diploma. So here's the deal. For everybody who wants to capture this on your own device, you're welcome to do that. We simply ask that you leave the area in front of the official photographer open so they can capture their pictures. Otherwise, with a reasonable sense of order, you can come down and take your pictures. This is a great time of celebration, and I would encourage you all to participate. With that, Mr. Johnson will assist in presenting the diplomas, and we will begin.
Dr. Gilmore, I would like to present to you the graduates of Information Technology with degrees in Information Assurance and Security, Networking, Gaming and Simulation, Information Management, Web Design and Development, and also Technical Support.
Daniel Lewis Caton. Rafael Correa de Yasasi. Jerome T. Zacher. Timothy John Stussely. Jacob Glenn Wanamaker. Blaine Allen. Kenneth H. Bloom. Brandon J. Bodine. Connor Marcus Ream. Kyle Joseph Recipko. Colton G. Schertzer. Anthony Videla. Justin T. Barniak. Ty C. Brantner. Peter William Daybeck. Charles Jacob Lynn Haynes. Benjamin Aaron Helsley. Scott M. Keller. Michael J. Mealy. Anthony D. Penley. Justin Joseph Ramsamy. James A. Rita. Ryan Curtis Winslow. Benjamin Drew Badger. Thomas Michael Franick. Sean M. Moyer. Joshua William Nadonley. Michael K. Wagner. Benjamin Sloan Welch. Kyle J. Rosales. Adam Michael Bailey. Dane C. Hartzell. Andrew D. Wood.
President Gilmore, it is my honor to present the graduates of Computer-Aided Product Design, Engineering Design Technology, Engineering CAD Technology within the School of Industrial, Computing, and Engineering Technologies.
Devin Joe Tignanelli. Anthony J. Cavagnaro. Charles James Demutis IV. Brody L. Dopp. Ryan Keith Fisher. Heidi M. Hedden. Alan Mitchell Higley. Patrick Thomas Orosky. Shane M. Reeder. Brandon Joseph Sick. Tyler J. Verbitsky. Brian Christopher Becker. Reed Charles Bidlack. Long H. Nugent. Brianna Lynn Sheehan.
President Gilmore, I'm proud to present the graduates of Building Automation Technology, Electrical Technology, Electromechanical Maintenance Technology, Mechatronics Engineering Technology, Renewable Energy Technologies, and Electrical Occupations.
Nordine Adekunle. Jabber Almarhabi. Robert Bruce Andrew Jr. Vincent Joseph Biaco. Stephen Mitchell Ball II. Augustus. John Augustus Bodette. Michael John Boylston. Jason M. DeFrancesco. Nicholas J. DeMarco. Andrew J. DeStably. Thomas Jordan Urshan. David D. Uri. Robert Paul Fisher II. Cody A. Fork. Duval Jacobus Frederich. Reagan William Grossman. Jacob N. Hyman. Congratulations. Tyler Douglas Hodge. Sean Thomas Huffman. Hunter Lee Holtz. Kevin Russell Larison. Noah J. Leff. Nathan Henry Lish. Colin T. McClernand. Mark J. Myers. Christopher J. Morin. That's all you want me to say? Abdullah Mahdi. Abdullah Mahdi. I'll make sure you can hear your name. Tanner John Knoll. Garrett Tyler Picken. Brian M. Van Hoot. Travis John Voronsky. Kurt J. Wanrow. Daryl Gerald Washington, Jr. Lucas Alexander Woods. Benjamin Anthony Brown. Paul J. Dalquist, Jr. Daniel E. Ensminger. Brock Anthony Lewis. Oliver A. Machado. Adam Levi Moore. Thomas J. Morris, Jr. Ryan Benjamin Schneider. Austin A. Snyder. Devin Michael Welker. Dustin T. Yetter. Jordan P. Erb. Briar Samuel Forbes. Tyler J. Gross. Thomas H. Morgan. Logan M. Reese. Montana J. Schneider.
Emmett M.
Stesney?
Yes.
Emmett M. Stesney. Jare A. Tisdale. Brandon M. Wyant. William C. Yemens. Jonathan Theodore Capps. Alec Ryan Bouch. Andrew R. Cahall. Clayton Christopher Gummo. Christopher Stephen Harmon, Jr. Dalton J. Sinkus. Matthew R. Squarlow.
President Gilmore, I present the graduates of Electronics and Computer Engineering Technology Bachelor's, Electronics and Computer Engineering Technology Associates, Robotics and Automation Emphasis within the School of Industrial Computing and Engineering Technologies.
Kyle Dixon. Hunter S. Forney. Eric Michael Russell. Christopher W. Shirk. Sean Smeltzer. Russell Albert Bontempo. Zachary Allen Cromley. Wesley A. Haynes. Joseph J. Logue. Thank you. Scott A. Marquette. Michael P. McDunn. Kaylee R. Tressler. Andrew J. Vernarski. Nicholas Andrew Wirtz. Thank you.
President Gilmore, I present the graduates of Manufacturing Engineering Technology, Machine Tool Technology, Machinist General within the School of Industrial Computing and Engineering Technologies.
James David Ayers. Aaron C. Barnard. Jean Aaron Bowers. Jean Aaron Bowers. Do you want me to say will be commissioned?
It's up to you.
How do you want to say it? Just say it. Second Lieutenant Daniel Gerald Curtin. Same touch. James Anthony DePasquale. Thank you. Christopher F. Hugus.
Klemek, Klemek, yep.
Andrew R. Klemek. Eric Gregory Connect. Linderman. Shane A. Linderman. Ludwig. Yep. Dalton Q. Ludwig. McCollum. Timothy V. McCullum. Jason B. Miller. Alec J. Quiggle. Daniel J. Richner. Cody Evan Sebring. Jacob Tyler Wood. Kenneth Lee Muller. Paul Simcoe. Daniel M. Anderson. Joshua R. D'Onofrio. Larry J. Kolk. Dale Allen Mullane, Jr. Michael B. Molnar. Matthew Ryan Murphy. Hunter Timothy Zendrin. Austin J. White.
President Gilmore, I present the graduates of the Bachelor's in Applied Technology within the School of Industrial, Computing, and Engineering Technologies.
Zachary T. Kane.
President Gilmore, I present the graduates of Plastics and Polymer Engineering Technology within the School of Industrial, Computing, and Engineering Technology.
Hassan Alba Hassan. Nasser Al Jada. Abdul Wahed Al Nasser. Abdul Wahed Al Nasser. Keith Kuzma. Raymond J. Fisher III. Jacob Warren Fry.
Way to go, Clamshell!
Gilchrist, yeah. Julia Iris Gilchrist. Lindbergh. William G. M. Lindbergh. Jared William Mahaffey.
I'm Mahaffey.
It's my name.
Rance Mahaffey. They're going to take a moment, and I don't want you to lose your... A flip, which I'm kidding. Madison Taylor Powell. Cody Alexander Rathmel. Garrett Robertson. Benjamin Garrett Robertson. Thomas Jeffrey Ryder. Anthony S. Settee. Thomas A. Sonnereger, Jr. Dylan G. Summers. Skylar A. Wyan.
President Gilmore, I present the graduates of the Welding and Fabrication Engineering Technology, Welding Technology, Welding, all within the School of Industrial, Computing, and Engineering Technology.
Adam M. Allball. Travis Robert Antolik. Eric C. Barnes. Jason J. Beimel. Garrett L. Brown. Nicholas Stephen Schwenier. Gino Sillo. Gino D. Sillo. Samuel Peter Di Pasquale. Alexander H. Folsom. Gessner? Benjamin Starr Gessner.
Hosea.
Matthew Hosea Gordon. Daniel J. Hunsberger. Scott Forrest Hutton. Ethan M. Kynard. Zachary N. King. Ryan Michael Lester. Jacob Andrew Martz. James M. Niels. Grady A. Niedrick. Cody M. Knoll. Jacob D. Popple. Kyle Allen Redman. Donald Allen Smuck, Jr. Alan P. Tyson. Ian Ross Uncle. Salvatore J. Zambuto. Michael R. Allen. Alexander J. Baker. Benjamin C. Belcher. Travis M. Brownlee. Wyatt A. Broombaugh. Troy Mitchell Caskey. Hunter Michael Camo. Joel Y. Easter. Logan Kincaid Garvey. Zachary Michael Goodman. Brandon E. Heavey. Gavin D. Klein. Luke Thomas LaSure. Sawyer G. McCurdy. Grant W. Michael. Mark A. Molina. Curtis Mark Prites, Jr. Spencer R. Welker. Bradley J. Wertner. Adam M. Farmelo.
President Gilmore, I present the graduates of Graphic Design, Industrial and Human Factors Design, Advertising Art within the School of Sciences, Humanities, and Visual Communications.
Zachary G. Bird. Renee Mary Beth Chamberlain. Brianne M. Chandler. Alexa Annette Janikowski.
We're trying to get their phone to work. We'll wait. It's her dad. Yeah, it's her dad. She'll lose your. That's cool. Are you Dave? I'm Jason. We met before. Oh, okay. It's been a long time. Jamie Lynn Mahoney. Annalie Oberrender. Annalie Marie Oberrender. Madison B. Oler. Laura Helene Purcell. Carol Vargas. Emily J. Williams. Shane L. Johnstonbaugh. Jacob D. Smith. Elizabeth Ann Snediger. Adam Eli Strobel. Kennedy Barbara Schultz. Tammy Ray Smith.
President Gilmore, I'm happy to present our graduate for individual studies within the School of Sciences, Humanities, and Visual Communications.
Amanda Louise Lamy.
President Gilmore, I'm proud to present the graduates of the School of Applied Human Services, and Early Childhood Education within the School of Sciences, Humanities, and Visual Communications.
Tima Cummings. Travis S. Draper. Jessica Jo Isley. Chad Edward Hahn. Megan Ray Kolk.
Congratulations, Janice.
Janice L. Phillips.
No pressure.
Erin Lynn Sullivan. LaQuinn N. Thompson. Shauna Marie Tadero. Amanda R. Tyler. Casey Lynn Weaver.
Congratulations, Jesse.
Chelsea D. Woodland. Stephanie Rose Bauer. Brianna Megan Dodson. Norma Fuentes Montesino. Samantha K. Hewitt. Megan R. Jackson. Colleen R. Kithcart. Megan Elizabeth McCaslin. Chloe Lorraine Musser. Jessica May Schroyer. Kirsten Lynn Shields. Jessica Lynn Wright. Felicia Ray Everts. Sabrina Ann Schubert. April Marie Tucker.
President Gilmore, I'm proud to present the graduates of the associate and bachelor degree paralegal programs from the School of Sciences, Humanities, and Visual Communications.
Molly Michelle Arner. Cora Ruth Beauvais. Veronica Jean Lambert Grimes. Stormy Brooke Malk. Christina Mary Nelson. Courtney Page Palmatier. Lacey Lynn Michelle Schaefer. Amanda Lynn Chandler. Katie A. Klingborg. Jeffrey L. McGinnis. Dr. Brian M. McKeon, Sr. Darren William Peischer. Cassandra Marie Roble.
President Gilmore, I present the graduates of Web and Interactive Media within the School of Sciences, Humanities, and Visual Communications.
Kimberly Ashley Dickinson. Trevor Ian Brandt. Timothy W. Duncan. Garrett Michael Johnson. Clayton Kaler Lose. Samuel J. Pfeiffer. Megan Elaine Ramp. Sarah E. Rollman. Christopher C. Rutledge.
Yeah, Chris.
Connor D. Stern. Rebecca Lynn Workman. And last, but not least,
Oh my goodness.
Anthony David Goby.
I thought he had a degree. This is my first bow tie. And thank you, Mr. Webb, for tying it on me today. This explains why I've been a little extra warm today. It's been hiding under here. I'm going to do some official things before I say goodbye to all of you. First of all, your connection to the college does not end today, and you know that, and those of you in the audience could see that by the excitement and the exuberance in these graduates. You are now officially members of the Penn College Alumni Association, and that's the link between you and your alma mater. I encourage you to keep in touch with us. You'll do it through social media, LinkedIn, and any other way you can keep in touch. We want to know how you're doing. We want to know about your success, and we want to be able to keep in touch with you. In about 6 months, you're going to get a survey from us that asks what wonderful job you have, where you're living, and how cool it is to be a Penn College graduate. So I would encourage you to please look for the survey and return it. In all honesty, it's really important to us. You know, a number of years ago, a faculty member said to me, "You really should take the last few minutes of the ceremony and talk to the students." I thought a lot about what he said, and he's right. So for the next 2 minutes, and I promise it won't be long, I want you to imagine that it's just you, the graduates, and me here. And let's just shut everybody else out for a minute. You have touched us in ways that you have no idea. In my welcome today, I talked about it being Friday the 13th and you not needing luck. Each of you has had an incredible journey to get to today. And what's perhaps most startling is that each of your journeys were different. For some of you, it was direct out of high school. For others, it was direct out of the military. And for yet others, it was direct out of being a full-time mom, working in a job you didn't love. But whatever the reason, you found your passion when you came to Penn College. I've spent this year talking to students and faculty and staff once a month in lunch or dinner, and I've learned all kinds of things. One of the things I've asked each of the groups is, what would you change about Penn College? I got a list, but to be perfectly honest with you, it wasn't a very big list. And then I ask you, what will you miss? I heard individual faculty names. I heard staff names. I heard I'm going to miss my friends. I'm going to miss hanging out. I'm going to miss the security of Penn College and the teaching environment. The really exciting thing is that you won't miss it because you're taking it with you today. You're going to a new opportunity in a new world. We've given you all we can, and in return, we ask only one thing. Please make us Penn College proud, because we are immensely proud of you and your accomplishments. Go with grace, go with pride, and go with the security of knowing that you have a degree that will work for you for a lifetime. Congratulations.
I invite those who are able to stand. Gentlemen, remove your caps. and everyone to join in singing of the Penn College alma mater. The words may be found on page 2 of your program. You going to kick us off here, Jay? Yeah, right. You know this, right?
Yes, we do. Just to make sure.
Here's the new copy.
Nestled